There is a new app out that allows you to check your football shirts to see if they are legit or not. It's called Kit Legit. I've left a link down in the description below. It's free to use, but there are also some paid features. If you want access to any of the paid features, I've got a code that will give you a little discount that is down in the description below. But I'm just going to show you how it works today, so you can do some checks for free yourself as well. So I've got 6 shirts here that we're going to check. Some I know are fake, some I know are real. So we'll start with these 2. There is 2 Celtic shirts from the same season. This is a Lee Griffiths one. This one is the fake, brand new with tags, but fake. And this one is the legit one. So I'll show you how it compares those 2. It will also take on some of the trickier shirts. So, for example, this Marseille shirt got through a big retro retailer, made its way to me. It's a fake. And I can show you why. I can show you in the app. Same with this one. Atalanta shirt. This is genuine, but the codes don't bring up anything. Everyone says always look up the codes. They don't bring up anything when you look on Google, but I know that these MLS shirts are genuine, and I'll show you using the app. Equally, the codes in this Columbia shirt are right, and this got past a major retailer. These Columbia shirts always get past major retailers. Turns out this one is a fake. And similarly, I just to show you that they do all kinds of manufacturers as well. So we've got some New Balance, we've got some Adidas. This one is a Nike, of course. This is Hellas Veronis. This will just show up a white shirt, a white template shirt if you search for the code. So it has got the code, but it'll show up just a white template. Of course, what happened is that they printed these onto certain templates, and they are officially licensed. So what the kit will do, what the app will do, is allow me to tell the difference between the ones which are legit, which ones aren't. So we're going to switch over to looking at the app. It's going to switch the view on the video, so apologies about that. I'll just go through each of these shirts and show you what you have to do and show you the checks that I make. I'll leave one of the checks at the end for you to check out. So right now I'm using the free version of the app. You can see it's giving me 5 checks, but you can get premium as well. So the first thing you see, I've done some checks recently on here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to press start check, and it's going to ask me. Now it does say there's a whole load of other sports coming, which will be really, really interesting. But we're going to start with the football shirts. We'll start with those 2 Celtics. So I'm going to choose the team, which is going to be Celtic. This is a New Balance one, 2015 to 2019. You can do a guided check or a regular check. So I'll do a guided check, and it will just go which order we want. So I'm going to start the check. Now, I can already tell you from the tags on this one, where it says it's a Liverpool shirt, that this is a counterfeit, but we're going to run it anyway, and we'll check it through. I mean, it's a really well done counterfeit. It's really hard to tell. It's even got a New Balance authentic code down here, but of course, if you run that number online, you will also find that it's counterfeit, which is why I know this one is definitely counterfeit, but it's really well done. The material is well done. It would be hard to pick out if you saw it in a shop and you didn't know what you were looking for, that it was counterfeit. So we're just going to take the first picture. So this is the front of the shirt. We're going to flip it over, take a picture of the back of the shirt now, just lay it out. There we go. Just get the sleeves out. And then we're going to need the neck label, which is this one just here. And you want to get the made in just in, so make sure you get that bit in there. I haven't taken the best picture, but it'll work. And then you want your labels down here. Now, another thing to often look out for is pen marks on the label. It's not a surefire thing. Kappas sometimes have pen marks, but most shirts won't have pen marks on the label. You can see this one, of course, does. But let's make sure we get the made in Thailand there. I'm going to say it does have markings. Now we need the security tag. Now, security tag is going to differ from shirt to shirt. On Adidas, it's different. Here we go. This is our security tag for this one. You can see it's got the number on it. You can see that's not a unique number. It has got swing tags, so we're going to say yes. We're going to take a picture of the barcode on this one, which we know is going to be wrong because it says Liverpool. There is no hologram on the swing tags as far as I can see, so we're going to say no. We can just save that. I don't remember where I bought it. Just going to check that number. I'm going to add in the extra zeros. And then we've got 446719. Confirm that. We'll get a result. And there we go. So it's come up as a counterfeit. It tells us, and we can scroll down. We can see why it failed on the shirt indicators, failed on the label information, failed on the swing tags, and failed on the security features. If you ever think it's wrong, of course, you can report incorrect result and change that. But you can see all the things. We've got a number of tools here. We can share the result. We can download the images. If there's a particular seller you want to report, you can report the person who you bought it from. So, they know that person is selling counterfeits more often than not. But yeah, this one is definitely a counterfeit. Let's compare it to the other Celtic shirt. So we're going to start a check. I'm just going to do it as a regular check this time, just to show you there's no difference. So it's, again, New Balance. We'll just do the regular check, but you can just choose the order. You can also add extra pictures if you like. So we're going to do front of shirt, and then we're going to go in and get the back of the shirt. Let me just flip it over. So here we go. The back of the shirt, straighten it out so it doesn't get all skewed in the picture. Okay, we need the neck label. I'm not doing this the straightest. Sometimes it's better to do it a bit straighter. So we got here. Now you can see that the app picked up that the neck label was wrong on the last one, and it should pick up that it's right on this one, even though it has the difference. We're going to get the wash label. Now here's the thing, sometimes people cut wash labels out, and I've got some which did have the wash label cut out, and it was fine. Here we go. It still was able to recognize. This one, of course, has no markings on it, so we'll say no markings. And then we've got our security tag on the front. You can see this security tag is slightly different to the other one. The other one looked a bit more plasticky, and this one's got more of a reflective element to it. It's actually a little bit harder to read the number on it. Make sure we get a good light. It was asking me to confirm that security number again. Have they got that one right? 108369. That's it. That's the one. Okay, they're all on. Now we can add some other things. So, for example, if I want, and I think maybe the badge looks a little bit off, I can photograph the badge. So they're normally a good idea. If there are any other security markings or security tags, sometimes you get multiple on shirts. Those can be good to mark up as well. Just take a photo, see what they're like. I'm get a result for this one. You see this one comes back as authentic, which is what we expected, what we wanted. All the shirt indicators passed, label information passed, security features passed, etc. Next up is this Marseille circa 2008, 2009. This came from a major retro shirt retailer. Now, there's a lot of details on this that would make you think that it's real, including that little security tag on the back there that you think, oh, if it has that, it must be. But there were also some red flags. The lines that are showing through the sponsor there, the Adidas logo was a little bit off. And the main one right here, made in Thailand. We take up on the bottom here. We have made in Germany. There is also the missing code in the collar, which I found very strange. So this got past a major retailer of retro football shirts. I'm going to have a video on the channel about that pretty soon. But yeah, let's have a look and see what it tells me about this one. So as I suspected, the Marseille is, of course, counterfeit. We can check our details. Security features inconclusive, but the shirt indicators and the label information failed. Tells us it's counterfeit. So I'm going to be doing this Atalanta shirt next. I'm going to show you a few things quickly about this one that might throw red flags, but I know it is genuine. You look at the stitching on the patch that goes onto the sleeve. That's one thing that might throw you off. You have the code in the collar. It will bring up it'll only bring up one Atalanta shirt, and it will bring up one shirt that's not with the same code. And there's not much else to go on. We've obviously got our labels down here, but they're upside down, which is unusual. But they're there nonetheless. So we're going to run this one through. As you can see, everything about that one came back authentic. You can see, look, we got the tags in, got everything in. It's going to give us our shirt indicators passed, label information passed, security features passed. Columbia shirts are really hard to check. I mean, the quality on this one doesn't look too bad at first glance. And of course, if we go and we check our codes inside the collar, it is going to have the correct code. If you search up that code, it will bring up this Columbia shirt. Now, there are a few odd bits. You can see a bit of the lettering is a bit wonky here. We look at our Adidas logo. It looks a bit off. There's a bit of a trailing tag on the end of the thing there. And we look inside the sleeve. We'll be able to see the quality of the stitching is a bit all over the place. So generally, these are things that you've got to watch out for, particularly on these Columbias. And we come down to our tag down here. If I remember, there should be a pen mark on it somewhere. It's faded. And there we go. Hidden away is the pen mark just there. And there we go. You can see this Columbia came back as counterfeit. There was actually more pen marks. Also, you can see there on the label at the top. Yeah, it says security features inconclusive because, of course, it has the correct code. But the shirt and the label information was wrong. So it tells me it's a counterfeit. One check is this Hellas Verona's third shirt that they put out a few years ago. These were printed onto templates. So we have got, this is Nike, of course. We just have Nike Authentic Football there. It says no number on that. If we check the code on the inside and we check this little product code here, normally you would search that line there, 725891-100. And as you see here, you'll get some template t-shirts that are the same shape as this, but are not this shirt. And a lot of people tell you, okay, that's wrong. That means it's not fake. But that's not the case. You see, we also got some marks on this. So it'll be interesting to see how it picks up on the marks. We're going to run this one through. This one I know is genuine. But we'll see what the app says. And there we go. Even though we only had a default code, we just had this Authentic Football Nike label on here. It was able to determine that it was authentic. Shirt indicators, label information, security features all passed. So the Hellas Verona shirt showed up as authentic. So the app will help you tell the difference between those fakes and those real ones. A lot easier and give you a little bit of help. And even just for peace of mind, I still recommend you do your own checks just to do, make sure the app doesn't make any mistakes. It's not going to be perfect 100% of the time, but from what I've used it so far, it's been pretty good, particularly on what I think are the unusual edge case ones. You can always report an incorrect result if you think there's something wrong or something dodgy in there. So yeah, go check out the app, Kit Legit, down in the description below. It's free to use, but if you use my code, you get a little bit extra.